Sharper than you guys were in week one?
I think so, especially on defense. Guys flying to the ball. I thought that was a big step that we took, and dominating the details, looking at the backfield set. I know that was big for our defensive line guys looking on was, where's the back at? Where IDing, is it running pass, stuff like that.
What do you feel like you guys have proven through 2 weeks?
I think we've proven that, we're a contender. We love to play the game. That's a big thing. I think you could see that, especially in the stands, is that everybody's flying. Everybody has great energy. The big thing now is, as captains, we need to really tone into the details of, hey, we're playing a contender. We're about to get into the heart of our schedule, stuff like that.
What does it say about this defense to get the shutout, despite at times them having some pretty good field position to be able to get a score?
A goose egg is always big. I don't know how many goose eggs, maybe 3 since I've been playing here, so 3 or 4. I was talking to Reggie about that, but I think that's big every time we have a goose egg. And, when they get down in the red zone and our side of the field, those turnovers are big. And I remember telling those guys, hey, we're keeping points off the board. That's big. So
had 6 tackles for loss this week. Had, I think, 1 or maybe 2 sacks in there as opposed to 0 last week. How much of an improvement is that this week for the D-line?
I think it's a big improvement, but I think we got more to give. I don't think we did as well as we can. And that's just I'm talking about pre-snap stuff like that. You're watching the game, but what are we looking at before the snap? If we know it's passed, let's go. And I think that's what's gonna make a difference in us getting better.
You guys have been on the field combined 36 minutes in the first 2 games. What does that say about how dominant you've been here defensively?
It's huge. I mean, every time we get out there, I tell the guys, 3 and out. Let's get a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. That's what we're supposed to do. We want the offense having the ball and putting points on the board. But I think that'll be a different story going on from here. We're gonna be taking more snaps. We're gonna be in for the grind.
How motivating is the way that game last year against Mississippi State went for you guys this year?
How motivating is it to play them again?
Yeah, after what happened last year.
It's huge, and going down to Starkville, I never played there, obviously, but I heard it's a fun atmosphere. I think it's going to be good for our defense because they're not loud when we're on the field, but we got to get them back. That's the big thing. We got new schemes, we got new offense, we got new defense, we got playmakers, we got 1 and 2 deep. We got guys who can play, and it's not just our ones. We got guys who can rotate, and I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a dogfight.
Do you remember your emotions after that game last year and how you felt after that Mississippi State game?
Yeah, and I was even thinking about that at the end of this game, and the fourth quarter when the ones were done. I was thinking about that immediately, and down in the locker room it was we started out 2-0, not very good last year, not very good wins, but going and then losing that Mississippi State game going into Big 12 play, that was huge. We're 2-1, we just took not a good loss. You know what I mean? And so I felt it. I felt it when I was thinking about that. And it's funny you mentioned that.
Any concern the fact that you guys have been on the field for so few snaps, now going down to Starkville, where chances are you're going to have to be on the field more? Or do you feel like you have enough of a rotation?
Oh no, not at all. I'm not worried at all about that. I'm not worried at all about us not playing. In fact, I think that makes us more fresh. I feel great. These first 2 games. First half of the first game was 16 snaps. This first half of this game was 22 snaps. We haven't played a whole lot. But I think that makes us more fresh. We're gonna dominate the detail. We're gonna look at pre-snap stuff. Preparing for Mississippi State, and I'm not worried about our fits when come game time.
How meaningful